We're staying in the ground floor plan underscore rev3.dwg file. And we're going to take a quick look now at the AutoCAD shortcut menu. Now, its full name is the right-hand mouse button context-sensitive shortcut menu. You can understand why I call it the shortcut menu. Now, the shortcut menu will come up at any time when you right-click on the mouse using the default AutoCAD settings. So you haven't changed that right-click to replace the Enter key, for example, that we talked about previously. So if I don't have any commands running and I've just got a drawing open and I right-click, you get the default shortcut menu. So you can see there that you've got things like clipboard, isolate, pan, zoom, steering wheels, and so on. Now, there's a lot of tools on here that we don't cover in this course, but the idea is that they're there. They're the default ones that just come up when you're not doing anything in AutoCAD. So let's hit escape a couple of times. Let's go and perform a command in AutoCAD now. So I'm going to zoom in on this little area here where there's some doors. And what I'm going to do there is I'm just going to draw some lines. Now, these can be random lines. You could draw a polyline. It's entirely up to you what you draw. I don't mind. But what you'll find is that once you've drawn something, you'll find that the shortcut menu changes when you right-click within a command. So I'm just staying on layer 0, which is the default layer, right at the top of the list there. I'm going to go to the line command, come into the drawing area. Now, the dynamic input and the command line are prompting me for the first point of my line. So I'm going to click once, drag my line diagonally like so. Notice the dynamic input is giving me loads of information. I click again, come down here, click again, come this way, click again. Now, when I right-click, you'll notice the shortcut menu is very different. It's much shorter, and I've got the option to close, so I can close back to the point where I started, closing out my line segment. I can undo a line segment. Notice I'm back to that point now. I'd have to place that again now and left-click again. If I right-click again, we've also got snap override, so I could go to any particular snap that I want to. One that isn't switched on, perhaps, such as a tangent or a quadrant. Now, obviously, snap overrides are very useful at overriding the snaps that you've already got switched on in your object snap settings. So I could override and pick whatever point I want. So I could potentially select something like this mid between 2 points. Now, that's asking me to place the endpoint of this line between 2 points. I pick 2 points, so I go endpoint there, and I go endpoint there. Notice the line is placed in that mid between 2 points. Now, the good thing is if you stay in the line command and right-click now and do an undo, it'll undo each segment as you go, one by one. Very, very useful if you've made a mess of your line segment. Don't finish the line command by pressing enter and then using undo, because it will get rid of all the line segments you've drawn, because it just cancels the line command rather than the previous line segment. So I'm not going to draw any more lines. I'm going to get back to that one line segment like that. Just press enter to finish, and there's my one line there. Now, one more thing with this shortcut menu. When you select an object, such as my line, and I right-click now, notice the shortcut menu is again different. I now have tools available to me that work in conjunction with my object. So I've got things such as erasing the object, moving it, copying it, scaling it, rotating it. I can change its draw order, I can add it to a group, I can add selected objects to it, I can select similar objects. So there's all these different tools available to me on the shortcut menu when I select an object as well. Now, obviously, I'm not going to dive deeper into those. I'll leave that as a point of action for you to play around with and test, because some people prefer to use the shortcut menu. Some people prefer to go up to the ribbon each time and work with the commands that way. All of these commands here, such as move, copy, scale, are all up here on the modify panel as well. You don't have to right-click to move an object. You can use the move command up here on the ribbon as well. It's entirely up to you which workflow you want to use. So again, have a play around, get used to the methodologies, get used to the workflows. Find the workflow that you're comfortable with. Hit escape once, that will close the shortcut menu. Hit escape a second time, deselects the line that you had selected. Now, it's up to you if you want to leave that line there. I'm not going to. I'm going to select it, right click, erase on the shortcut menu, job done. Double click on the wheel, that will zoom to the extents, and as you can see, our drawing is back to where we started.